Let's take a look at what's going on with Dogecoin today. Alright, so in my last video, I was talking about how we had this uptrend. We had support, support, support. We had an uptrend going like this. We broke that uptrend going to the downside right here. We broke it right here going down. So the next thing that I was watching is this previous support right here, which we were watching this bottom. And this is where I think we're going to be heading down to still, kind of. I do, but let's take a look at something else. We're on the daily time frame right now. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. And we have resistance, resistance. We haven't came and touched it yet, but there's a little bit of resistance right there. We have this downtrend right here. If we could break this downtrend going to the upside or even just going sideways like this, then maybe we might be breaking the trend. But until we do, my target is sitting at around 0.092 approximately. And we were right here yesterday. We got a little bounce and then we started to head down a little bit more. So I still think we're heading down to that level. But like I said, if we break this trend right here, something like this, then maybe we could change direction. But we still have another downtrend after that because we had resistance. Let me get my pen. We have resistance, resistance, giving me this trend line right here. So let's say we do break that downtrend that I was talking about, this one right here. Let's say we break this one to the upside. I think we're going to have to deal with this one as well. So we might come up, pop up, get rejected down here. And I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see, but let's see what happens. If we break through this, this is another spot that I'd be looking at to give us some trouble. We could probably go ahead and delete that uptrend that we were on that we broke. Let's go ahead and delete this one right here just to give us a little cleaner chart. So yeah, those are the main two things that I'm watching, this downtrend and this one, and this previous support right here sitting at around 0.9092, excuse me. If we go to the daily time frame, that's pretty much where the bodies of this support kind of held onto right here. We wicked down all the way down to around 0.0806, but then we popped back up, stayed above this level, kind of held support on here, got support again, and then bounced to the upside. I'm kind of wondering if we're going to do the same thing, if we're going to hold support and then bounce to the upside again. Maybe we'll kind of go sideways for a while, which is actually a good thing. If we're going sideways, like just kind of bouncing in between, something like that, then that'd be a good thing. We can buy at the bottom, sell at the top kind of thing, or sell when we start reversing, when we break the trend. So, and that's the other thing too with the Fibonacci retracement levels. Let me zoom out a little bit and show you the Fibonacci retracement levels if you're new to the channel. So we had this big run up. We started going down. What I do in those situations is I get the bottom of the run to the top of the run, and we set up a Fibonacci retracement chart. We grab the Fibonacci tool, we drag from the bottom to the top, something like that, and we could drag this out. And I like watching these levels because a lot of the times we'll bounce in between them. So we come down, hit them, and then bounce to the upside, hit them, hit the next one going to the upside, and then get rejected a lot of times, and then come back down. We can kind of play off them. So that's basically the same thing that we're doing right here. Is we came down, hit this level, we got a bounce to the upside, we got rejected right at that Fibonacci retracement level, came back down. We didn't quite hit the Fibonacci retracement level, but we came down, bounced, and then we came back and hit it again. Now we're getting rejected. We came up halfway to this one. We got rejected on the 180 moving average, it looks like, on the daily time frame. Started coming down. Now I'm wondering if we're going to come down and hit this level, or even possibly the 0.085 level again. I mean, it's possible that we break this and go further, but for right now, like, I'm just looking at these Fibonacci retracement levels and this support. I'm mainly looking at the support though. But the point is we can use these levels to kind of buy and sell. So we can buy, and then we can sell, and then we can buy. This one wasn't perfect though, but that's why we also watch the trends. So we had a little trend line like this. Let's see, something like this. We once we break these trends going to the upside, then we can buy, ride the uptrend to the upside, and then follow that uptrend. And then once we break it, then we can sell and try to do it all over again. So that's kind of the strategy here. But like I said, I'm kind of curious what we're doing right now. Are we going to continue to head down and hit my target? Or are we going to start testing this resistance and break to the upside? I guess we're going to find out pretty soon. If we start, like I said, if we start going sideways, then we might. Okay, so let's say we stay right here and start going sideways, something like that. What I would do then is look at the top of this little sideways action, something like that. Let's draw a horizontal line, something like this. And then I would look at the bottom. So we have like these bottoms right here, bottom, 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 something like that. Let's go ahead and draw another sideways line right here. I would say, let's say we start going sideways in this little area right here. I'll be looking at this sideways action, and once we break to the top or to the bottom, then we'll have a better idea of which direction we're going. If we break to the bottom, then we could start getting more confident on that target that I'm talking about. If we break to the top, then I'll be less confident on that target, and that'd be a sign that we might be changing direction. And maybe we'll go sideways all the way through and then break the trend and then start heading up again. But for right now, it kind of seems like we're heading down. And let me show you some other things that I'm kind of watching. So we're on the 4-hour time frame. We have the 9 moving average right here. We're basically broke below it. We're at somewhere right here. We came up, got resistance on it, resistance, resistance, resistance. Basically, if we're below the 9 moving average, we're going to find resistance on it. And if we're above it, once we break above it, then we can find support on it and head to the upside. So that's another thing that I want to see us do is break above the 9 moving averages. Right now we're on the 4-hour time frame, but if we head over to the daily, we broke the daily 9 moving average right here, and ever since then we've been getting some red candles. So what I want to see us do is the 9 moving average maybe come in like that, and then maybe we could break through it, something like that. I mean, let's see, maybe it does something like that. We go like find support on this level and then finally get a bounce to the upside. If we go to the weekly time frame, I talked about this yesterday. Let me delete this real quick and this, I guess. So if we go to the weekly time frame, we have this 9 moving average right here, and we actually broke below it. Right now we're technically under that 9 moving average, so let's see what happens. It's possible that we could just get a wick and bounce right back above it. We still have 3 days and 12 hours right as of recording this video to do that. We could just form a wick and then bounce back to the upside, and then we could stay above it, and it'll technically have held support. And then you could also see right here the 180 moving average. We came up, touched that, same thing. We got rejected on it, and it acted as resistance. Another thing that I want to talk about is the monthly. So let's check out the monthly. Ever since we broke right here, let's see, something like this. We broke that to the downside. We've also been getting resistance on this one. We closed the candle below it. So we broke below it right here. Next candle, we actually broke through it, going to the downside, and we stayed under it right here. Sorry. This candle, we came up, got resistance on it. Same thing with this one, resistance. So let's see what happens. In general, I would rather us be in like this kind of a pattern of like the 9 moving average, something like this, like a scoop, rather than a scoop to the other side where it's like kind of like a roof. Yeah, like right here is kind of like a place where it can hold support and bounce to the upside. Right here is kind of like a roof where it's going to kind of give us trouble and we have to break the roof. And usually what I kind of look for is for the roof to kind of go back into like that kind of a pattern like this. So maybe do something like this and then break through it. And this is on the monthly time frame, so it's a bigger time frame. I mean, these candles are going to take longer it's going to take a whole month for these candles to form. So we might be stuck in this little area for a little bit of time. That's what it kind of feels like to me in general. But like I said, let's see what happens on the weekly time frame. Maybe like maybe we stay above that 9 moving average on the weekly, and we could start getting support on it, and we could be bouncing in between the 180 moving average and the 9 moving average, maybe something like this. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Even if we did do something like that, it's still possible for us to wick down here and hit that target real quick. Let's see. Let's go back to the daily time frame. It's still possible for us to do something like that, and then we'll still be in this little, sideways pattern. But let's see. The other thing too is like from this line to like the Fibonacci retracement level, that's like 26%. So that's not really any joke. And from where I was talking about yesterday, maybe it was somewhere like right here to the bottom line, it's around 12.49%, somewhere around there, approximately around 12%, somewhere give or take. So if we can go down a little bit more, then that would be around 12% more Dogecoin. So let's see what happens. I put in a tiny little short, not too crazy, but or I shorted slightly. But let's see what happens. I'm planning on picking it back up over here. That's not my whole position or anything. I'm gonna sell all my Dogecoin. It's just I put a little, put a little bet in. So yeah, let's go ahead and draw that trend line back up again. We're looking at something like this. This is that trend that I'm waiting for us to break. If we break this going to the upside, then maybe we're changing direction. And then also after that, we have this one right here, something like that. So if we do break this one going up, we're going to have to deal with this one like I was talking about, which could, like I was saying, it could bounce up to that Fibonacci retracement level and get rejected again. We're going to have to kind of see. It looks like if we look at the watch list of like all the crypto and stuff like that, it looks like a lot of stuff is in the red right now, even like Tesla and GameStop. Yeah, most crypto is Litecoin. Oh, well, that's just probably going sideways compared to Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance isn't doing that bad. But yeah, let's see what the total crypto market cap is doing real quick. I haven't really looked at this chart until just now, but it's probably doing a similar thing where we had an uptrend, something like this, support heading to the upside, and then we broke that going down. And then same thing, I would probably be looking at, let's go to the daily time frame on this. And this chart is basically all the money in crypto. So like I said, we have support right here. Like I said, it kind of looks like Dogecoin. I'd be looking at this support right here particularly to see if it comes down and then get a bounce, and then maybe we can bounce out of that. If not, then we might be going lower, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I do think it looks like it has some room to go down though. Same with Dogecoin. So yeah, let's see. And here's where I put in that little short position. Right now it's only like, let's see, where is it at? Like 1.4% down, 1.25. I don't know. Let's see what happens though. Like I said, I didn't sell all my Dogecoin. Don't panic, but I do think we might be coming down here, so I put in a little tiny itty bitty short. Let me know what you guys think though. If you guys liked the video, hit that thumbs up. And if you want to watch the last video, check out it right here. Click right here. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.